everyone, Daisy here again with another layout for Spiegel Mom Scraps. Today I'm starting with this background, and I created this by cutting, I think it's like 2 inches off of each side of a piece of white cardstock and attaching some scrap paper. This is from Prima, and I just used my sewing machine to attach that. I did glue it first, which was a huge mistake, and I had a big snafu with my sewing machine, but I fixed it and just powered through. So I have 2 4x6 photos. There has been a lot of requests. I have seen there's been comments on my videos as well as requests in different groups for people to start using 4x6 photos and multiple 4x6 photos or multiple larger photos. So I am using, these are actually the same photo, I just turned one black and white, but if you were to recreate this layout, you could easily substitute in your own photos. You know, if you have 2 in a series, or you just have 2 cute ones that go together that tell your story, that it would work perfectly for this. I popped one of them up on Fun Foam because I thought it would be, you know, a good way to add a little bit of dimension to the page. I did prep the background with gesso, so you can see that there is a little bit of warping in my paper. That was because I was thinking about doing some mixed media, and then as soon as I added that pattern paper, I decided I didn't really need to, so I don't do that. But unfortunately, the warping was already happening. So I'm using that, I don't know, what is this made out of? I think it's like enamel or something. It's plastic. It's what it is. It's plastic. Phrase that says moments, and it's from, I believe it's a Vicky Bouton thicker sheet. And then I'm using some little thickers that have, I think, a white line down the middle. And then these ones that were from, I think, the Maggie Holmes collection from last year. They've got the little like leaf kind of motif on them. And I'm just adding my title here. It says Moments in Nature, because that's what the photos were. They were of my youngest daughter. We had gone hiking at, it was almost sunset, and I just happened to capture this picture with the sun coming through the trees, and it was just really beautiful. So getting that straightened out. And I'm sorry if this video seems a little slow. It's actually only sped up 2 times because I tried to do a voiceover in 4 times, and this video or this layout did not take very long to do, and so it was just too fast. Like, I couldn't talk fast enough to make it through the video. So now I'm adding these flowers. These are ones that I cut from a free cut file that I found online, and I believe it was from the Scrapbook and Cards Today blog. And I cut them out of some parchment paper. Parchment paper is, I get mine from Cardstock Warehouse, and it's a little bit more opaque than vellum, a little bit thicker. You can do more things with it, I feel like. It is still see-through to a point, but it's just not as transparent as vellum, and you can stamp on it and it doesn't curl. And you can also do very slight mixed media on the thinner versions of it, and it doesn't warp quite as badly as vellum does. If you've ever tried to use, you know, anything wet on vellum, you probably know what I'm talking about. But there is different thicknesses of this parchment paper, so you can get it where it's a little bit thicker and it stands up to more things you can do with it, I guess. So I'm layering up. I cut all these flowers out at different sizes so that I could layer them up and create little flower clusters. Excuse me. So I have a new goal that I am going for. For the month of August, I'm going to work on using multiple larger photos on my layouts. I'm also trying to use my stash more and also use my scraps up. So that pattern paper that I have was a scrap paper that has been in my stash for a little while. And then I have two things of sequins there. One is Oops a Daisy, which is one of the new ones, was from July. And the second one I pulled out, I believe it was from either the beginning of this year or last year, and it's called Glitz and Glam, and it has copper sequins in it, and I really wanted that because the pattern paper has some copper in it. And so I thought it would be a great sequin addition, and I had remembered that we had gotten some, or that there was a mix that had that copper color in it. So I dug through till I found it. I'm also going to be adding those clear stickers. Those are from Pretty Little Studio, and they are just clear stickers of leaves. And I thought, since the title was black and I have a black and white photo, that it would be a good addition. Sorry, I keep kind of losing my voice a little bit. So I'm just gluing everything down, and I'm using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, which is my new favorite glue. And that's one of the difference between the parchment paper and the vellum is you can't see the glue through it, which is really nice. So you don't really have to worry about your adhesive showing through. So if you aren't already a member, you should head on over to Facebook and join the Spread the Sparkle Facebook group. That's where you're going to find all of the inspiration from the Sparklers, which is the design team, as well as get any information on any sales that are going on and be notified when the pre-order is going up. There's also a newsletter you can sign up for that you can find in the Spiegel Mom Scrap shop. I believe if you scroll down to the bottom, if you're on a computer, I think it's at the bottom. I'm not sure on your phone, but there is a newsletter that you can sign up for where you get exclusive cut files. You get notified of, occasionally there will be extra sales that go on, like little surprise ones that you find out from the newsletter. So it's definitely worth being signed up for. And plus, then you can get some inspiration sent directly to your email. And as always, you can use my code Daisie15 for 15% off your next purchase in the Spiegel Mom Scrap shop. That works on everything except for the pre-order releases, because for the pre-orders you already get a 20% discount off of the normal sale price. So you get all of the sequins for that month with a 20% discount, which is a really great deal. But if you're only looking to purchase like one package or two packages, you can go ahead and use my code then. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out a new box of the Zotz Blings, which is what I use to adhere down my sequins. And I'm running a little low on this package. I actually used the rest of them up. And so I'm just pulling out the copper sequins out of this Glitz and Glam collection and just placing a few of them around. I didn't want to go too overboard, but I did want some of that coppery metallicness, I guess, in the rest of the layout as well. And here I'm trying to, there's always some of the glue dots that are stuck to the cardboard like middle insert piece, and I always try to peel them off because I feel cheated out of my 5 glue dots that are stuck to the cardboard. So out of the Oops a Daisy, I'm using these beautiful iridescent textured white sequins. I love these ones so much, and I am placing them in the center of the larger flower clusters because I thought it would add a little bit. I didn't want to add one to every single one of the flowers because I thought that would be just too much. So I figured just the big flowers would be able to handle the sequin center really well. So I'm just placing those around. And then I realized that one of the copper sequins I put down was actually brown, so I changed it out for a copper one. I'm like, that one isn't sparkling like the other ones, why not? So I just pulled it off very carefully and then just replaced it. And now I think I am going to pull out some shimmers, and the color I'm going to use is called Gold and Roses, I'm pretty sure. And it's kind of a like a rose gold color. I'm pretty sure it's a pink that has like gold, not glitter, gold metallic mixed in with it. But it goes really well with that Prima paper. And so I'm just going to mix them up with a little bit of water so that I can sprinkle it around, because this shimmer paint is pretty thick on its own. So if I add a little bit of water, I'm able to add splatters. And I'm always careful when I put splatters. I don't want the splatters to go like on the person or in the main part of the photo, but I do like some of the paint or the mist or whatever to go onto my photo, because I feel like it makes it seem like more, what am I trying to say? Like it's part of the layout more, instead of, you know, being careful not to put any, just like when I overlap something onto the photo, I feel like I'm incorporating the photos into the layout a little bit more. I don't know if that's just something that's in my brain, but I want to make it look like it's part of the layout and not just photos plopped on top. So, all right, well, that is the end of my video. I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to the Spiegel Mom Scrap Shop, and I will see you again next time. Bye!